ports of Long Beach and Los Angeles together generate about 21% of the diesel pollution in the South Coast air basin. Right? And these emissions extend to an area that's about 12 times the size of the Port of Long Beach. It's not just concentrated at the port. The highest concentration of pollutants would, of course, be in the surrounding communities. Those surrounding communities tend to be lower income communities, and so we have an equity issue also in that the pollution from the ports tends to have the highest health hazard effects on lower income areas. So that's why there's such a focus on reducing diesel particulate emissions in addition to all of the other hazardous pollutants. I'm going to talk about a vessel speed reduction program called the Green Flag Program. Basically an incentive for vessel operators to reduce ship speeds when entering or leaving the San Pedro Bay Harbor. If you can get a ship to slow down, you can reduce its diesel emissions, right? All of its pollutant emissions. If you're going 75 miles an hour on the 405, you're putting out a lot more pollutants than you are when you're cruising along at 30 miles an hour. So the idea is if you get the ships to slow down, then you reduce their emissions. The way this program works is, let's say those container ships take 100 trips in and out of the port in a given year. If on 90 of those 100 trips, that operator's vessels roughly cut their speed in half, then that operator will get a discount on the entire next year's dockage fees, the fees that are paid for parking. How effective are the dockage fee discounts? Right? Do they matter? In other words, if we were to increase the discount, would that have any impact on the probability that they get their vessels to slow down on 90% of their inbound and outbound trips? All right, so on average, an operator complying with the 40-mile program could save about $1,600 daily per docked ship. But doing so on average costs about 15 minutes per leg. So there's a trade-off between time and money here, and whether or not an operator slows its vessels down ultimately depends on their preferences between time and money. Given that there are differentiated responses by vessel type to the discounts, we might be able to then increase compliance rates by targeting operators of different vessel types with different discounts.